What's going on, Jerome's? So during mock draft season, it's like that old saying, there are no stupid questions, just like there are no stupid mock drafts, even though a lot of people didn't like our last mock draft. I don't know why. Apparently having 3 first-round picks is akin to treason. But try to have an open mind this time of year. There's lots of possibilities. And like Kevin O'Connell said, it's good to fall in love with multiple prospects. But trying not to get angry about this. So Chad Reuter, NFL.com. He's a fantastic college football writer, and we've sung his praises before. We love when he does 7-round mock drafts, and we generally respect his takes on things. But I feel like he really missed the mark on this one. Really did. So he released 5-round 2024 NFL mock draft. Broncos trade up, blah, 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 blah. Vikings wait until 23 overall. So, sure. I mean, the Vikings certainly could stick and pick at 11-23. Perfectly fine. Sometimes they'll get priced out of moving up for one of the big 4 quarterbacks, and they'll go from there. But there's a lot going on here. All right. So let's get this party started. So looking at the mock draft, Williams at 1. Also, they keep showing the ads for these Nikes just because I looked it up once because they're Vikings colors. They look pretty good, man. Not gonna lie. All right. So Williams, Daniels, May, which I think is going to happen in some form of order, either Daniels May or May Daniels. I think that's what's going to be, right? J.J. McCarthy, Broncos trade up heaven and earth. They give up first and third picks. All right, so they give up 12 and then first and third picks, I'm guessing. Wait, hold on. Hold on. All right, so look at 12. All right, so Cardinals traded there. And then the Cardinals trade. All right, so hold on. So the Broncos give up 12, and then the future first and third in 25, and that's all it takes to get to 4? Baloney. I'm already pissed off at this again. So they trade up for McCarthy. Is what it is. I think it's going to take at least 3 first-round picks, especially getting up from 12. Sure. Harrison, Neighbors, Joe Alt, blah, 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 Adunze, blah, 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 Dallas Turner, blah, 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 Brock Bowers. So Vikings at 11. Now, I ain't mad at this. I love Byron Murphy II, and also the Vikings' actions during free agency. They were in on Wilkins. They were in on T.R. Tart. It shows that they do want a disruptive defensive tackle. I mean, Jerry Tillery, Jonah Williams, more defensive ends in the 3-4. So Murphy, undersized but unafraid, pure disruption along the defensive line. I get it. This is what it writes. Minnesota goes for impact defender with the first of their 2 first-round picks, choosing Murphy over edge Jared Verse. Murphy's a coveted player because he can attack quarterbacks from the interior, and his low center of gravity will hold firm at the line of scrimmage. Now, probably put about 10 pounds on him, 10, 15 pounds, and he'll be good to go. So I do like Byron Murphy II. Ain't mad at that. Falcons take Verse, Latham, blah, 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 Fashanu, Quinion, Barton. He goes. BTJ, Chop Robinson, Terrian goes to the Steelers. I like that pairing with JPJ. Fuaga. Ooh. I mean, the Niners getting Fuaga, putting him at right tackle. I like that a lot, man. Johnny Newton goes to the Seahawks, 23. So the Vikings take Bo Nix. All right, and I've said that I do have reservations about Bo Nix. I do see his upside, though. Put up big-time numbers, and he played within the system at Oregon. Now, can he move beyond that? I mean, when he played in a pro-style offense at Auburn, did not look great, but also players are allowed to grow and show and mature. And, the absolute upside is Drew Brees. Sure, because you have a short guy. That's about it. All right, but this is where he writes about Nix. History repeats itself with Minnesota matching his 2014 draft plan, taking his top player on the board early, Anthony Barr, and before snagging a quarterback later on, round 1, Teddy. Baltimore did the same in 2018 when they took Hayden Hurst. How'd that one work out? And then Lamar Jackson, blah, blah, blah. Nix may not carry an elite grade like the top 4 quarterbacks of his class, so Minnesota patiently follows its board instead of reaching. Now, what's interesting is that Penix is still on the board here, and, well, so the same age knock against Penix, I mean, that also applies to Bo Nix too. And Bo Nix, he doesn't have the medicals, but he also does not have the arm talent of Penix. But if this is the decision, roll with it. Brooks sneaks in the first round. Peyton Wilson, Fatanu, Nate Wiggins, Latu, blah, blah, blah. Man, Latu took a bit of a tumble. I'm actually really in on Latu. There you go. Melton, blah, blah, blah. All right, so Actually, I want to see where Penix went. All right, so let's get into round 2. Because initially I just have rounds 4 and 5 open, which we'll get to why I'm upset. All right, so Raiders take Penix with the first pick of the second round. That does track. Whatever. All right, so I know where Rattler goes because so looking at round 4. So up at the top, Jermaine Burton, who I kind of like coming out of Bama. Bowery, Blarion, Chris Drain, Broswell, Spencer Rattler goes to the Giants in the 4th round. Frankly, I think if the Vikings could maneuver and get Rattler at the top of 4th, I think that would be a home run. But here we go. Vikings at 108. So remember, the Vikings only have 2 selections done until the 4th round. 2 first-round picks, yes. So Byron Murphy the second and Bo Nix. Now they have day 2 off, right? So no selections there. But they take Cam Little, the kicker out of Arkansas. Now, Cam Little is a baller. He absolutely is. Should the Vikings take a kicker in the 4th round? Absolutely not. Should the Vikings draft a kicker overall? I mean, they do have 7 day 3 picks, so if you took a kicker late, like 6 in the 6th or with one of the 2 7ths, I wouldn't be upset. But the fact that after taking a complete day off, 2 rounds of the draft, your next move is a kicker? Got issues, man. But ideas, man. Of course, you got to play the game and look what's around too. So Jalen Polk, Malik Washington would have been fantastic. Christian Haynes, I would have loved along this offensive line. How Brendan Rice is still there. So I mean, Javon Foster would have been fantastic. Rukaroro, if you want to double down on a disruptive defensive tackle. So I get it. He's a great kicking project. Vikings have a second, 4th round pick. So they do take Christian Mahogany, many leather-bound books. I do like Mahogany a lot. Still in a little bit of shock about the kicker. And frankly, so I do like Mahogany, and he is going to be a top 30 visit for the Vikings. I would have taken Haynes at 108 and then gone a different direction at 129, or taken Haynes and Mahogany, doubling down on the offensive line. Why the hell not? God, and then into the 5th round. So a little bit of redemption here. Vikings have 2 5th-round picks. Javon Baker, he's fantastic. Javon Baker underneath, working the intermediate routes. He's got a big-time catch radius and is silky smooth with his routes and very mature with his shimmy and getting open. Like he's not a speedster per se. Like he's not really a deep ball merchant either. But with Baker and JJ and Addison, frankly, that might be the best wide receiver trio in the National Football League. Yeah, I'm really buying into Javon Baker. And then also Vikings take Braden McGregor. Now, McGregor, I mean, came in with a lot of hype. I believe he was a 4-star recruit coming into Michigan, but injuries sort of derailed things. But in terms of an upside project, yeah, absolutely fine taking him in the 5th round. But, I mean, Dylan Loeb and Bucky Irving turns into a Packer. I don't know, man. I don't know. Just so the thing that threw me off right away was the whole not Bo Nix. I mean, but Bo Nix, sure, but he's fine. But basically, what happened? So the Vikings sticking and picking. Murphy, I get. Nix, if they think that he's the guy, sure. Especially if they're concerned about Penix's medicals, yes. It was a little bit concerning because as of right meow, the Vikings they didn't have a large presence at his pro day, and also they haven't reportedly arranged a private workout. Now, that doesn't mean that it hasn't happened because some of these things do fly under the radar for reasons, but I don't know. And I think that if that's how the first round ended up, so be it, right? But day 2, having no picks, and then you come around right away and you take Cam Little, the kicker. I think the Twin Cities might burn to the ground again. And like I said, if you're going to build a bully. You could have had Christian Haynes and Christian Mahogany, 2 badass guards in that 4th round. Could have been a legendary 4th round, man. And Cam Little, like I said, he's fantastic, but that's super frustrating, man. But basically, I mean, you're lighting a 4th round pick on fire. That's fine. And, well, at least Zimmer's not here. So, I mean, if Cam Little misses a couple of kicks in a tie ball game week 2, they won't cut him, and then he'll turn into an all-pro somewhere else because he got bad coaching here. Who knows, man? But I do love Javon Baker. I do see the upside with McGregor as well, but I don't know, man. Like, it may be over the top and hyperbolic to say that this is the worst mock draft ever, but it's kind of up there. Like, a bajillion % would have wanted the Vikings to maneuver at the top of 4th round and take Rattler versus taking Bo Nix in the 1st round. I mean, let's look back at the 1st round. Actually, do I have to bring that up? Zoom in and enhance. They see me rolling. They hating. All right, so who was there at the back end of the 1st round? Just to be like, because that's what always happens. All right, so Brooks, no. Wilson, sure. Fatanu, yes. I would have taken Troy Fatanu. I paired him up with Mahogany in the 4th round. Wiggins, yes. I would have gone that direction. Latu, yes. I would have gone there. Darius Robinson, yes. Guyton, Patrick Paul, But it's really more about being good to go at tackle. Max Melton, yes. I would have taken him. Also, Max Melton in the 1st round? Ooh. Baby, man. But I don't know. It is frustrating. No corner addressed, but Anyways, your thoughts are thoughts. NFL.com mock draft. The Vikings go with Bo Nix and a kicker in the 4th round. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.